So sickle cell anemia is one way that a bad single nucleotide, one single mutation in a nucleotide can cause disease or disorder. The general concept there is called the two-hit hypothesis. So you're given two alleles, right? One from your mom and one from your dad, assuming that allele is designed to make some healthy process happen. And if you mutate that allele, then the healthy process doesn't happen, and then disease or disorder could follow. Okay, so that's the concept here. Let's talk about something we all can probably relate to, and that is the concept of cancer and how cancer might form. So this hypothesis was originally put together for cancer years ago, and it still holds, although there are many alternative theories about how cancer forms. One way is this way. We have these tumor suppressor proteins, it turns out, that float around in our body, and all they do is they find tumors and they kill them, which is great, right? So if we have a tumor suppressor proteins, that means we also have tumor suppressor genes. The genes make the proteins, and that's absolutely true. So in this one first that was identified, this tumor suppressor protein and gene is called P53, P53, okay? And so we all have a gene. We have two genes, one from mom, one from dad, two alleles for the P53 tumor suppressor gene, okay? So here's the deal. Two kids are born, two boys are born. They're healthy-looking kids. One has two healthy P53 alleles. One has one mutated P53 allele. He doesn't know it because we don't test for that, okay? So there's people in this room who probably have a mutated P53 allele, and or in the classroom, I should say, but we don't test for that. We could, but we don't. So these kids grow up. They reach the tender age of 12 or 13. They start smoking cigarettes because it's wicked cool to do at that age. And of course, cigarettes are highly carcinogenic. There's over 70 known carcinogenic agents in a cigarette. So you're just playing the inverse lottery by smoking, because one of these days you're going to get the wrong allele mutated and it'll start a cancer growing. And that's what happens here. So this young boy with the two good alleles, he gets a mutation from the second allele, but he's okay because he's still protected from the positive allele. But this other guy gets the mutation, and now he's got two bad alleles, two mutated alleles for the tumor suppressor gene, and the tumor suppressor gene can't do its job anymore, and cancer begins. And since cancer takes about 15, 20 years to grow, he stopped smoking cigarettes by the time he was 20 years old, but the damage is already done. Now when he's in his 40s, he ends up with a case of cancer and doesn't live much longer than that. The other boy goes through his life, grows up as a full man, is able to survive most of his life until that second allele mutates, but he's had a full life. So this is the concept of the two-hit hypothesis, the notion that you need two bad alleles to get a disease. It works with cancer, it could work with post-traumatic stress disorder, it could work with schizophrenia, it could work with depression, bipolar, any sort of mental health issue that we'll talk about this semester in class. The two-hit hypothesis.